bad feelings out of our head from the previous Saturday. So, it's exactly what the doctor ordered. We're excited about having gone out and showed some sign of life on offense. I think our quarterback, you can see, is improving in leaps and bounds every day, and we ran the football better. So, it was an opportunity for us to go out and play well on both sides of the football. We had some boo-boos in the kicking game, had some injuries in the kicking game that really affected us in a way that, really gave us a tough time. But we did get through that, and the rest is pretty much okay. Go for it.
How important was it to get Scoot running the ball moving on the ground?
Can you imagine? Anytime you got a guy of that caliber, and he's pretty good, but you hadn't had much success getting him off, then you start to wonder, what the problem is. So, we've had a chance to now get him going to the point where we feel better about him, and I'm sure he feels better about himself.
How about just the way the defense showed up? You expected them to be the rock
y'all lean on? I was really worried about us defensively. And part of the deal was that we had just so many. Paulding went down, and then I couldn't believe that Hamilton, went down almost the very first point. We had some other guys. The all-heart guy, the tough guy of the game has got to be Philip Henry. I mean, he played the whole game. I mean, almost with some real pain. So, I just got to take my hat off to him and what he was able to do. And then Hargraves was a little banged up. We had 2-3 other guys on it. It seemed like Newell had a hand deal. We had that defensive side of the ball was a mash squad, over there for a while. So, those guys were able to continue to, find ways to get stops, even though we were, really beat up, banged up really badly. So I'm really proud of our team, proud of our guys and the way they, continue to fight through the whole deal.
They really earned the shutout, especially the first team coming back out late to make that stop.
It was a big deal. We wanted the shutout, and we put some guys in there trying to get them stopped, and we were very fortunate they missed the field goal, but at the same time, it was a situation where we were trying to keep them from scoring.
Coach, what does a win like this do for this team? You go into a bye week, I believe, before Furman. I got to imagine it's got to feel real good now, going through this 3 games in 12 days and come out with a finish like this.
Well, first of all, we've gotten through that 12-day stretch deal, successfully. 2-1. I don't know if that's what we were planning for, but we at least got there. We won a conference game. Now we've got 16 days to prepare for our next game. Now we play a flurry of games again after that, but at the same time, it is an opportunity for us to maybe even go back and have almost a spring practice kind of deal to fix some of those things. We've got the best case scenario in that we've gotten ourselves 3 games on our belts. We've got a good idea about some of those things that we got to fix. We can take our time and get those things done here in the next couple of weeks.
I know you talked a little bit about the running game, but wow, your offensive line being able to pave the way for that many guys, impressive to see tonight.
It was. We had an opportunity to do some things that we hadn't done in a while. We went back to the old drawing board and did some things that we used to do back in the old days when we used to have the 1,000-yard rush. It helped us a good bit, so it was a little bit different look, and I'm telling you, I thought it was something that we really, really needed.
I'm curious, is it a tough decision when Adrian College Jr. gets healthy or if he's ready to go?
Well, we deal with that that's a good problem to have. LA's got to come back and get himself back to full speed again, but at the same time, we do have quarterbacks now. And, the old saying that if you got 2 quarterbacks, you don't really have one, but I don't think that's the case. I think we got 2 pretty good ones. I'm excited about the future of what we have here at that position.
Does your defense send a message to the rest of the conference that it's going to be really tough to move the ball on you guys tonight?
Well, we'll see. I've still got visions of what happened last week in my mind. That's not totally, going away. So, we got some work to do yet, but we do have a good, solid break of time that we can go ahead and fix some of the ills that we think we probably still got out there.
Did you feel like the kicking game was a weapon for y'all tonight, or something you could actually use?
We were able to do a good job with our kickoff team. Our field goal and PAT and worked pretty good. We were getting knocked around a little bit there, but we made most of them. We made the field goals. Didn't do a good job with punt return. And part of the deal was their punter was one of the moonshot guys, and that ball didn't turn over quite right. They're hard to catch. But at the same time, this is college football. We got to do a better job of catching the daggone punt. That part was disappointing, but besides that, I think most of the rest of my special teams, I felt pretty good about it.
Coach, what did you learn about the character of your team? I mean, to have that resolved in a few days, to flush that tough loss behind and come out and do this.
Well, the best case scenario for us was actually playing again in a real short period of time. It didn't give us a lot of time to actually sit there and let that thing marinate. You know, we got a chance to get all of that out in a day. I told them after the game that night, say, hey, you know, I'm hurt, but we can't stay hurt. We got to move on and get to this next game. And I think that helped us a bunch because they saw immediately that I wasn't going to sit there and beat them up about that previous game. From there, we went on about the task of seeing if we can get ready for FAMU.
And you might have talked about it already. We talked a little about the offensive line, but to have 200-yard rushers in one game and a couple guys with 50-plus yards rushing, I mean, it seems you can go anywhere with the rock and be okay.
Yeah, and we got some good running backs too. That long run for Moody is a pass though because we shovel that ball out there. But you know sometimes we have a hard time getting that done. Tell you what though, we got some good running backs. Scoot's a good player. Dondre Lewis Freeman, for my money, is always a guy that can find it. You know, he's one of those guys who can get through the little holes and that kind of stuff. And then Trey Salmon's our heir apparent a little bit. You know, he's a young kid that we think has got a chance to be really good too. So it was fun seeing him run that way. Been a long time since I've seen him run that way.
Any concerns about the passing game, though? If there had to be one negative?
You know what, though? And I think we threw the ball pretty well. We didn't throw the ball badly. You throw the football for 170-some yards. You know, I think that's what it is. You know, under those circumstances, we'd be okay. Yeah, we just got to get a good, solid work deal with our receivers and quarterbacks, coordination-wise, in the next couple of weeks. We're young as all get out there. I mean, 3 of those 4 guys that we're playing, maybe 4 of those 6 guys that we're playing, are either freshmen or redshirt freshmen. That's a hard deal to kind of pull together. There's a lot of times when we call a lot of pass plays that we don't know where the heck anybody is. And, you know, when that happens, that gets to be a little bit of an issue.
I'm good.